Students, today we are going to solve some problems based on Graham's law of diffusion. What is this law statement? At constant pressure and temperature, the rate of diffusion is inversely proportional to the square root of its density. That means rate of diffusion is nothing but it is indicated by R equal to volume of gas diffused by time taken for the diffusion. So this is called as rate of diffusion indicated by R. R is inversely proportional to the square root of its density. This is what the Graham's law of diffusion. Okay. In this video, I am giving you the numerical problems and solutions and the formulas only. The theoretical part behind this I covered in earlier videos, right? So what are the different mathematical expressions we have in this law? First of all, when you compare the different times of diffusion for same volume of two gases, the formula will be R1 by R2 equal to V1 by V2. V is volume of diffused gas diffused by time taken. No, V1 by T1 equal to V2 by T2. Volume by T is inversely proportional. That's why you will have square root of D2 by D1. That is equal to root of M2 by M1. M is here molecular mass. Okay. The next case is the comparison of volumes, different volumes of gases that diffuse in same time. When you have two gases and with two different volumes and they diffuse at same time, then you have to use the formula R1 by R2, that is ratio of rate of diffusion equal to V1 by V2. The time will be same, so it will be cancelled. V1 by V2 equal to square root of D2 by D1 equal to M2 by M1. Remember that M is your molecular mass, D is density, V is volume of gas diffused and T time taken for the diffusion. Okay, this is the ratio of rate of diffusion. Okay. Then what is the third case? What is the relation between pressure and the rate of diffusion? Rate of diffusion is inversely proportional to the square root of molecular mass. Here instead of D I have written M. Constant. When the pressure is not constant, the rate of diffusion is also proportional to pressure. Then R equal to, when you combine these 1 and 2, you will get R is proportional to P by root M. Okay. When you come into the ratio R1 by RT equal to P1 by P2, that means P1, P2 are different pressures of different gases into M2, root of M2 by M1. This is the important one. These three formulas are important. Here is the first question, that is 100 centimeter cube of ammonia diffused through a pinhole in 32.5 seconds. How much time will 60 centimeter cube of N2 take to diffuse under the same conditions? That means in this question you have two different gases with two volumes. Okay, you have diffusion rate of one gas, but diffusion time of one gas, and you have to calculate diffusion time of another gas N2. So what is the relation we have? Ratio of two different cases, ratio of diffusion rate equal to square root of M2 by M1. Let us assume the gas 1 is ammonia, here gas 2 is nitrogen. Okay, I can write like R1 by R2 equal to square root of M2 by M1, because M2 by M1, why? Because it is rate of diffusion is inversely proportional to the molecular mass of that gas. If you have less weight gas, it will diffuse more rapidly, right? So coming to this condition, assume that gas 1 equal to ammonia and molecular mass equal to 17 ammonia, MnH3. Time taken for diffusion equal to 32.5 seconds. Gas 2 nitrogen molecular mass is 28 and you have to calculate the diffusion time, right? So you have this relation. But what R is written as diffusion rate R equal to V by T, right? Volume of gas diffused by time taken for the diffusion. So this can be written as V1 by T1 divided by V2 by T2 is equal to square root of molecular mass of nitrogen is 17, right? Molecular mass of nitrogen 28 divided by molecular mass of ammonia equal to 17. So what is V here? V1, what is V1? That is given in question. Ammonia volume is 100 centimeter cube. Okay. V2, nitrogen volume is 60 centimeter cube. You have in this question, right? V1, that means 100 by T1. T1 32.5 seconds divided by V2 60. You have to find out T2. right? So 28 by 17 will be, how much it will be? 1.65, right? So when you solve this one, 100 into T2 divided by 60 into 32.5 equal to square root of 1.65 will be, when I have seen in calculator, what is the value? 1.284, 1.284, which implies T2 equal to 60 into 32.5 into 1.284 divided by 100. You will have 25.04. You can write 25. What is this? Time taken for the diffusion of N2 at same conditions, 25 seconds. Answer is 25 seconds. Okay, next question is, the rate of diffusion of methane at given temperature is twice that of a gas X. Twice that of a gas X. The molar mass of X is, what would be the molar mass of X here? How can you find it? So here the question is very clear. Here you have two gases, right? That is first methane. Gas 1 is methane, CH4, and gas 2 is, so think it is X, right? So what is the relation we have between all these parameters? The rate of diffusion of methane, R1 by R2 equal to square root of M2 by M1, right? So R1 by R2, what is the rate of diffusion of gas 1 CH4 is twice that of gas. Twice that of gas means you can write it like R equal to 2x and R equal to x here. So you can write it like 2 by 1 here, because methane diffusion rate is twice that of gas X diffusion rate. So 2 by 1 equal to square root of, what is the molecular mass of gas 2x? We don't know. So X divided by M1. What is the methane molecular mass? That is 16, right? So when you solve this, you will have root x equal to, this will become 4, no? 4 into 2, 8, and x will be 64. It is very easy, no? The molar mass of gas X equal to 64. This is A is answer. Next question. The ratio of diffusion of two gases A and B is equal to 1:4, and the ratio of their masses in mixture is 2:3. Then calculate the ratio of their mole fraction. Okay, what is the data we have here is, let us write. The ratio of diffusion of two gases. We have two gases, that is A and B. The rate of diffusion is the ratio of diffusion equal to 1:4. So RA is to RB. Rate of diffusion of A is to rate of diffusion of B equal to 1:4. So I can write it like R1 by R2 equal to 1/4. So I can write like this, right? Next, the ratio of their masses. What are the masses? W1 divided by W2. I am writing directly W1 W2 equal to 2:3. 2 divided by 3. Okay. So you have R1 by R2 1/4. W1 W2 equal to 2/3 from the given data. So you have to calculate N1 by N2. Okay. So but we have, what is the ratio of diffusion rate of two gases equal to R1 by R2 equal to square root of M2 by M1, right? Molecular mass of gas 2 by molecular mass of mass 1. So R1 by R2 equal to, what you have here? 1/4. So this is equal to 1/4. That means M2 by M1 equal to 1/16, isn't it? I am deleting the square. So you can use this value and we'll use this value also. Now we have to calculate mole fraction. What is mole number? Mole equal to weight by molecular weight. Nothing but weight by molecular weight. So N1 equal to W1 by M1. That will become W1 by M1. So I can write it like N1 by N2 equal to W1 by M1 divided by W2 by M2. So this will become W1 divided by W2 into M2 by M1. So in order to have this value very easily, I just delete this square root. So you can substitute these two values in this equation. 2/3 W1 by equal to 2 by 3 into m2 by m1 equal to 1 by 16. You will have 1 by 24 to 8z, right? Now the ratio of mole fractions n1 is to n2 equal to 1 is to 24. This is the answer. This is the way how to find it. Next question. A 4 is to 1 molar mixture helium and methane is contained in a vessel at 20 bar pressure. What is the composition of mixture effusing out initially is somewhat difficult, but when you think it will be easy. So here in the given data you have one gaseous mixture, that is helium and CH4, and at molar ratio 4 is to 1. 4 is to 1 means 4 molars of helium and 1 molar of methane is present in that mixture. So what is the pressure for the mixture? P total, the total pressure is PT, indicated by 20 bar. But according to Dalton's law, we know that partial pressure of any gas equal to mole fraction into total pressure of that gas. So in that way, when you calculate partial pressure of helium, so mole fraction into total pressure. What is the mole fraction of helium here? 4. 4 into what is the total pressure here? 20. So it will become 80, right? So when you calculate partial pressure for methane, PCH4 equal to, what is the mole fraction here? 1. 1 into 20, that equal to 1 equal to 20 equal to 20. Now the ratio is partial pressure ratio PHE into PCH4 equal to 80 into 20. So if you simplify this, it will become 16 into 4, right? This is the ratio of partial pressure. Why you need to calculate this partial pressure ratio? Because you have a relation like composition mole fraction N1 by N2 equal to N1 by N2 equal to, sorry, it's moving so fast. N1 by N2 equal to P1 by P2 into square root of M2 by M1. So R1 by R2 is become N1 by N2. Why? Because R ratio distribution of rate of diffusion R equal to N by T when N moles of gas diffuse in time T, right? In that way R1 equal to N1 by T1, R2 equal to N2 by T2, but T1 and T2 are here the same, and in the question time is not mentioned, right? So T kept constant and R1 by R2 become N1 by N2. So you have the details here. P1 by P2 equal to 16 by 4 into square root of M2 by N1, square root of, what is M2? What is the first gas? Assume that helium is first gas and CH4 is the second gas. M2 equal to molecular mass of CH4. What is the molecular mass of CH4? 16. 16 by helium molecular mass equal to 4. So you have 16 by 2. When you remove the square and you can calculate in calculator, you will get the value like 16 by 2. That means 8 is to 1. So this is the ratio or the composition of mixture initially gone out. Here it is very logical. See, here the molars of helium is more. Why? Because helium molecular weight is less than methane. Less molecular weight gas will effuse firstly, right? Very fastly. Then heavier molecular mass gas will effuse in smaller quantity. That means you have 8 is to 1 composition. Next question is the time taken for effusion of 64 ml of oxygen will be the same as the time taken for the effusion of which of the following gases. So you have to pick up the answer by thinking like these two are not going to be the answers. Why? Because no two gases have the same volume diffused at same rate. Why? Because they have different molecular weights. No, different molecular weights gases diffuse with different rates in different times, right? So these two is the same volume. So these two are not answers. So you have to calculate for these two. Okay, I am going to give you the answer is D. Why? Because I am calculating to this one. How to calculate this one? So here R1 by R2. R1 by R2 equal to square root of M2 by M1. You know this. So R1 by R2 is equal to V1 by T1 divided by V2 by T2 equal to square root of M2 by M1. This is the relation we have basically between the volume, time taken and the molecular masses, right? So here the volume of oxygen is 64 ml. That is given in the question. Data is given like that. No, 64 divided by, so here the T1 and T2 are the same. Why? Because in the question it has same, will be the same as the time taken for that means here the time is same for both diffusion. So you can cancel it. T1 and T2 are the same here. So V1 by 16 by 64 by V2 equal to square root of, what is the molecular mass of M2? M2 means here the M1 is equal to oxygen molecular weight. M2 equal to, what is the gas? You are calculating for this one, no? SO2. So molecular mass of SO2 will be 64.066 something, right? So when you have substitute this one, 0.066 divided by M1 equal to 32, you will have roughly square root of 2, that is equal to 1.414. So when you calculate V2 equal to 64 by 1.414 and the answer will be 45.26 or 25, around 25. Okay, so this is the ml of the SO2 gas which diffused at same time, in same time. Okay, this is the answer. You have to calculate for everyone, but with IQ you can think like these two will not be the answers, these two will be the answers. In between two also, 100 ml of N2 is lighter than oxygen, so it has more volume. Here SO2 is heavier than oxygen, you will have the better value in square root. Think like that. Okay, these are the possible questions which covered all the relations in Graham's law of distribution.